Okay, let's go ahead and get started there, everybody. Welcome back to another 2 p.m. PST YouTube stream. I'm your host, Rangebird Jim, and as you can see, we are going to be getting back into some more Pega certification studying. Uh, we're going to be not doing any Unreal today, so um, uh, I was informed that Blackheart's quite stressed with um, quite stressed, so he's backing out today, but that's okay. No worries. Um, Plus, we would have had to have tried to like figure out what we kind of needed to do with the Unreal anyway. So, um, uh, which, to be honest, I didn't really do too much lookup either myself. So, needless to say, it's gonna have to be pushed off until tomorrow. And, no big deal on that. I'm okay. Then we got some video uploads to handle, and then of course we got Star Rail later on tonight. So, um, let's get into this video. If you're catching my stream right now, then welcome. Hopefully, uh, you'll find the stream not only informative but fun for later on during the gaming session. Um, if you're watching this Pega certification video, then I hope you find it informative and hopefully you continue your journey with me on this endeavor in order to get certifications. So, who am I? Why am I doing these videos? So on and so forth. Let's get into that, shall we? Um, so I'm currently an unemployed software developer whose last job was actually dealing with the Pega environment. Um, my I was with a small-ish team, you know, probably about 15 to 20 different people that were trained by an authorized training partner. And well, most of us pretty much went self-study during the middle of that training session. Um, we asked to be put back into another training session with a different authorized training partner, but that didn't work, so that didn't happen. So yeah, um, uh, when they basically told me, hey, you need to take the certification, and I knew that I wasn't ready for it. My self-study hadn't covered all the topics for the certification, so I knew that I wasn't ready, so I failed it. But um, I didn't follow through and try to get the certification on my own time. So that falls on me. Even though I do kind of wish that I had more of a mentorship. Instead of, I mean, don't get me wrong, having someone that can answer your questions is good, but, it'd be nice to actually have someone that can be like there with you, you know, as you kind of review the subject material. That way you can kind of ask your questions like right then and there, instead of having to like send an email or something like that. You know, an actual mentor, being there and not, yeah. Um, but for anybody that's watching these, I'm not an authorized training partner, and this is not meant to be an instructor-led training. I'm studying for the system architect, much like anybody else. Um, so that's what these videos for. Um, I hope that if I encounter a problem, that I would have, maybe an instructor, maybe an authorized training partner, maybe a lead, maybe a manager, that are watching these videos, maybe they can answer the questions that I have. Would love to have that input, or would love to have that feedback, I should say. So, um, or, if anybody wants to add their, you know, commentary in the chat while I stream, that's perfectly fine as well. Um, but if you have any kind of questions, you're welcome to put that in the chat or on the comment of these videos. And I will do what I can to answer them myself if possible. If not, then I will go ahead and do what I can to, I'll contact my old coworkers and, see if they can answer your questions. So don't feel like you're going to be asking questions to avoid. Okay, I will do what I can to help you out. Okay, so um, now if you want to take the instructor training, then I would go ahead and do so. But bear in mind that you know from what I understand, it's like a 2-week course, so it's going to be jam packed. They're trying to shove the entire certifications in that 2 weeks. That's not easy. Second thing is that it's about $5,000, so not exactly cheap. So, not something that a someone on a minimum wage can easily do. Um, but it is what it is. So, if you do go for it, you know, make it um, make it worth your while. Don't make it a waste of money. Ask those questions, take those notes, record those videos, whatever you need to do in order to get your certification. You know. So, um, so yeah, once you get that certification, then you're going to be pretty much set. But obviously, start the late training is going to probably be quite a bit. So, all right, so let's go into my dashboard here and let me review, say a few more things here. First off, um, while I am studying for the system architect certification, um, if you are here for the business architect, it's done. I've already covered these 2 missions and 2 modules for 8.7. Now, if you want to cover for 8.8 or the 23, then you're welcome to do so, but obviously, as you can see, has not been translated to any of the other languages yet. So you'll need to be English only for those. But I mean, Business Architect has already been finished. You can go back through those old videos and as they are in the playlist, especially if you're catching this video for the very first time and not my series that I've been doing. So um, also, I would recommend these last 2 modules are all about the Pega Express, and seeing that the Pega Express delivery has about 12% of the certification, I'd recommend that you study up this mission as well so that you are very much comfortable with this particular topic by the time by the time you take the certification. So, I haven't had any um, suggestions answered lately, so at least I don't think I do. Hold on, let me double check that real quick. I don't think I have. I haven't seen any notifications about it lately, so nope, no notifications at this time. So that's okay. Um, But we're going to be moving on to the saving data to the system record challenge. So, okay, so let me go ahead and initialize the challenge here. The scenario is the program manager for the roadside assistance service wants to provide users with the option to enroll when requesting service rather than automatically rejecting unenrolled users. Configure the approval rejection process to update the membership status of a customer record if the customer decides to enroll in the roadside assistance program. Create a data transform to copy the updated membership status and coverage level to the customer record. Then add the data transform and save data page step to the approval reject process to update the customer record in the database. Okay. Now know that there is this challenge walkthrough. I don't really use it unless, of course, the detailed task skips any kind of steps that, I'm not quite sure what they did. Then I will use the challenge walkthrough to kind of see, to see what they did. Um, the detailed task should be um, should be detailed enough that you can, um, you know, uh, get everything that you need to get out of it. Learn from, this particular topic, and hopefully be able to replicate it later on, when you're on the job. But um, obviously, we're going to be covering a bit here, so um, um, I will also see what I can do about maybe going over some of those old other topics that didn't have um, that weren't a part of associated with any challenges. Um, such as, there was one in the previous session, saving data to a system record, the creating a data page, save plan. So there's this that I could do just to kind of go over that a little bit more. Um, but that's a possibility. If of course we get through this instance fairly quickly. So, um, all right. So let's go ahead and get started. Put the password down and then go to road, log in. And we'll go ahead and get started on our first detailed task. So we're going to be going to app, and then we're going to be going to systems request, data model, and property. So, but obviously it's going to take a little bit of time for this to load everything in. So sit back, relax. Yes, we got ourselves a probably good minute or two. Hopefully everybody had a good Halloween yesterday. So, as of, this recording is November 1st, 2023. So, or if you're watching it much later, then I hope you had a good 2023 Halloween. There's that. Go to Dev Studio. Go to App. Since request. It was data model and it was property, I think. Yeah, system request data model property. Okay, click customer ID to open the property record for the customer ID property. On the property record in the data access section, select the data copy data from a data page option to source the property by copying data from the data source rather than referring to the data source when the property is referenced in the case. Copy data. There we go. Okay. In the data page field, select the customer receivable to source the property by using the default savable data page rather than the default read-only data page. So there we go. And then click Save to update the property configuration. So there we go. So that was task one. Fairly easy enough to do, you know. Um, so uh, create a data transform to update the customer ID page. In the App Explorer, right click on data transform, then select create to open the create data transform form. So we're doing right click on data transform, and then we are going to create. On the create data transform form, in the label field, enter update customer enrollment. God, I love these weights. There we go. Okay. Accept the remaining default selections and then create and open to configure the data transform. Okay. So you're going to have to allow for the clipboard, go to road, systems request, go to road, and rule set, and so on and so forth, and we create and open. So there you go. Okay, configure the update and customer enrollment data transform. In the first row, keep the default action value to set. In the target field, enter or select the customer ID enrollment. Now, once again, I don't think I'm going to be seeing the possibility of selecting enrollment from the customer ID. At least I haven't had that much success in that. So, see, you go to customer ID, and well, there's nothing to expand upon it. So, even if I was to say, hey, customer ID, it doesn't want to select anything beyond it. And it's like, well, what are you going to do with this? you know? Um, so So yeah, okay. In the source field, enter select true. Okay, so um, there's a long list here there, folks. And I doubt that true is anywhere in here. Or if it is, it's very much hidden. You know, it's not in any alphabetical order or anything along those lines, so who knows where it might be, if anything. So, yeah. Click an add in the add icon to add a row to the data transform. Keep the default action value to set. Keep if the in the target field, enter or select customer ID coverage level. Once again, we're already showing that the customer ID is having a hard time showing the anything contained within it. So we are going to go ahead and add, keep it as set, put that coverage level in. In the source field, enter or select coverage level elected. Now that one is a kind of a single value for the most part, so we can just go ahead and select that, and there you go. Okay, click save to save the data transform. So there we go. Okay. So we've saved that data transform, and now we're going to be moving on to our, uh, our last remaining task here. So in the navigation pane of Dev Studio, click Case Types to open the Case Type Explorer. So Case Types, and probably the assistance request, but let's yeah, click assistance request, open the assistance request case type, and we're looking for the approval rejection process. So now we're going to be going to the configure process in there. So okay, wait a second. Where was it? Approval rejection process. Click configure process. Oh, there it is. They really should say that it was that it's an alternate stage, but so we're clicking on configure process. Add a save data page automation to the process. So save data page. Okay. Okay. Click the add a flow shape automation, save data page. To add a Save Data Page automation to the flow, with the Save Data Page automation selected in the Properties pane, select the Use Associated Property checkbox. Okay, I guess we'll be kind of handling all the connections a little bit later. Okay, so with the Save Data Page automation selected and the Properties pane, select the Use Associated Property checkbox. So, Use Associated Property checkbox, okay. In the auto-populate property name, enter select customer ID. Customer ID, there you go. Okay. Click and drag the collect enrollment information connector to the Save Data Page automation. So, hover over the Save Data Page automation and drag a connector to the change to server stage step. There we go. Click Save to save your changes to the approval rejection process. Click Open Process to open the flow rule for the approval Oh, they want me to take the connector and move it to the Save Data Page. Okay, never mind. Remove that. Move that to there. There we go. Oh, come on, damn it. Oh, there we go. That connected again. There we go. Now it's kind of looking like, the what the image is all about down here. So, um, so we click Save to save the changes to the approval and rejection process. Okay, so there's save. We're all good there. All right. So we click the open process to open the flow rule for the approval rejection process. Okay. Okay. What's the difference between these two? Just slightly weird there. Um, okay. Add the update customer element enrollment data transform to the process. So right-click the collect enrollment information connector to display a menu of options for the connector. From the menu, click View Properties. Okay, so we're going to go here. We're going to right-click. Oh wait. Oh, I guess we have to do it here. View Properties. Okay. Again, I don't know why we weren't already in the approval rejection process. You know, um, I mean, if we're if we're configuring the process for the approval rejection process, shouldn't it automatically put us right in the process itself? So that's a little weird. I'm not quite sure why that doesn't automatically go into the process itself. Um, so not sure why there's a need for this, or what is the need for this? When this is kind of, or when this is kind of what we can do as well. So that's a bit odd. Oh well. Hey there, Emlyn. How you doing? How's your day been? I'm doing okay for the most part. Uh, had a little bit of a restless night. Didn't really sleep. Like, had a couple hours of sleep. Woke up. Couple hours of sleep. Woke up. So I didn't really have a like a straight 8 hour sleep. So Star Rail later on tonight. Tonight is gonna be a little fun, but we'll see what we can do. All right. So we right-click the collect enroll information. So we got that from the menu. Click View Properties, which we did to open the Connector Properties dialog box. And the Connector Properties dialog box and the Set Properties section, select Apply Data Transform to display the Data Transforms field. Okay, so here we want to apply the data transform. So apply, for the data transform here. And then we want most likely the update customer enrollment data transform. So yeah. So we then click submit to complete the configuration of the connector, save to save the changes. Um, and then we are going to be testing out the process. So how to confirm your work. In the navigation pane of the Dev Studio, click Data Types. Okay, Data Types. To the right of the customer data type, click record icon to open the records of the customer data type. Okay. For testing, identify a customer record that is unenrolled, which, you're going to have like these two right down, these two don't have enrollment. So when it loads everything in. Yeah, see, there's the two that doesn't have any kind of coverage level and are non-enrolled. So these two are basically the two that you're going to be looking for, Carl or Sally. So in the header of Dev Studio, click Create New Assistance Request to create an assistance request case. So click on up here, New Assistance Request. Advance to the Enter Customer Information view. In the Enter Customer Information view, select an account ID of the unenrolled customer you identified. So they picked Carl on this one. That doesn't actually have any enrollment. So we'll go ahead and do the exact same thing. So Eagle has a flat tire. I keep on getting flat tires. Oh no. Okay, so we'll go ahead and pick Carl as well. So there you go. Doesn't have any kind of coverage. Advance the case past the enter payment information step to display a prompt for enrollment view. Okay. Past the payment. So gotta love that blah Subaru model, right? All right. There we go. So here's that prompt for enrollment. So prompt the customer to decide whether to enroll or not. Do you want to enroll? Yes or no? Um, in the prompt for enrollment view, select yes, I want to enroll, and then click submit. In the collect enrollment information view, select either coverage level, and then click submit. So we're just going to go for standard. Click the Go Customer tab to return to the list of customer records. Click Actions Refresh to refresh the information. Verify the customer is enrolled with the coverage level you selected. They actually picked the gold standard, but we're going to go ahead and do Actions Refresh. Um, Pega, are you are you okay? Okay, well, I guess it is maybe working on it. Okay, there it goes. And it did not update. Hmm. do refresh once more. Again, I don't know why it's not showing like a little circle like, hey, I'm processing this. If it refreshes and the standard is not there for Carl, then we're gonna go ahead and complete A1, even though it's showing the enrollment there as standard. It's not updating this information at all. Okay, I don't know if it's refreshed actually, now that I think about it. I didn't stay on this page to really verify that, but I'm going to assume that it just refreshed, so I'm just going to go ahead and complete the, ooh, okay, well, um, data page blank was not successfully loaded, so it couldn't be saved. Interesting. So we have a problem with our approval rejection flow right at this moment in time. Interesting. And we have the update control customer enrollment there. Which is what they were saying that I needed to do. Hmm. Okay, that's weird. I selected that. I'm pretty sure that it did. Record is stale. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and close that down. We're going to go ahead and close that down. Yeah, let's just go ahead and close that. Okay. Not sure why it didn't save before. Um, Alright, let's go ahead and open the process up again. Okay, there's the customer ID, which is good. Let's see. Uh, okay. Got that. Okay, it's looking like everything should be good now. Because this should be showing the customer ID now, so let's go ahead and try this again, shall we? That was a bit weird. Not sure what happened there, but we'll see what we can do about doing this again. So, how about the new model of foo? Alright, there we go. Submit. Yes, I want to enroll. And we're going to just go for the standard. Okay. We're seeing something new here, so we should be seeing a difference here. So I'm going to go ahead and refresh the page, which again, we're not seeing any kind of circles going on here, so we don't know. Okay, there it goes. So for some odd reason, it didn't save the customer ID, even though I'm pretty sure that I did save. I don't know. Now it's making me question whether or not I did or not. I'm pretty sure that I did. I don't think I skipped a step, so I'm not sure what the heck happened there, um, but okay. Well, we confirmed that it changed, so we can now mark that as complete. So that is done. So tire replacement. There we go. Just go ahead and kind of finish this all off. So even though technically that enrollment process didn't actually take the person's credit card information. That's obviously an oversight. It's like, hey, I'll sign up for your coverage and I won't pay a dime, or something along those lines. It's like, or I won't provide my payment process whatsoever. You're just going to have to maybe charge me later. Which I mean, you can still do, but hopefully they follow through and pay you afterwards. So, you know, time to call the police after that. Hey, this guy basically stole services. Please get him. All right. It is currently 3 o'clock. Now is when I would switch on over to video uploads. Unfortunately, ran out of time to tackle um, these other topics, these other challenge topics that were out there. Again, I kind of wish that they were part of its own challenge, but it is what it is. But that's going to be it for our Pega video for today. So um, hopefully you were able to get, you know, or see how easy it could be, potentially to mess up. So you know, um, even with me kind of going through um, those detailed tasks, you know. Now, again, I'm pretty sure that I clicked save on that customer ID, so I don't know what exactly happened there. Um, but here's the thing. It showed the fact that there was an error. We were seeing the fact that our testing showed the fact that we weren't saving it properly, which is something that you should be doing anyway. Before you push anything live, make sure that you test your code. Okay. I mean, I can't stress that enough. Okay. Um, make sure that whatever, you test your code on the test server before you move it on to the production server. Okay. Because otherwise, you're just gonna invite a whole world of hurt. You know, I've mentioned this example before where I once caught someone else's code at a job that I was at before, where they basically said, anybody's email and password would allow them into the system. It didn't check the database whatsoever. So anybody could have gone in, with whatever they wanted to do. And I was like, that's a problem. you know, it basically said, hey, you want to put a random email and password in? Great, you're allowed in. You want to put the correct email and password in? Great, you're allowed in. You know, you could have been, you could have put something like, at, I'm a at com.com, and here's 12345 into the email and password, and we'll let you in. It's like, you know, I corrected that problem, but still, it's, you know, um, thankfully it wasn't, the client site wasn't like, like, Yahoo or Google Big or anything along those lines. Otherwise, there would have been a lot of problems with that. Um, but still, it's you know, can't stress that enough. Make sure that you test out your code. You know, you know, you make the code, you test it out. Make sure you test out for all the different possibilities. And if you find a problem, you fix it. You know, otherwise you're leaving it for someone else to fix, like me. And then they kind of shit on you for doing something stupid. Even though technically I don't know exactly who actually did. Um, I don't know who did that code before. If I did, I would have been like, "What the hell are you doing?" You know, you don't make a simple mistake like that. Okay. But that's it. That's where we're gonna go and end our Pega video for today. I want to thank you all for joining me. And as always, thank you for stopping on by for this particular video. Always gonna give a shout out for everybody that's chatting in my chat, of course. Um, and for anybody else that wants to come on by, you're always welcome in the chat. Or, if you want to make a comment on the video itself, when I do upload it to YouTube, then I welcome that. Help me out with the YouTube algorithm. That'd be fantastic. If you do that, the whole like and subscribe would be fantastic. Check out the description for additional links, social media, links that help me out directly, such as Patreon and Throne, and then of course my stream team that I made. So check that out if you're interested. Streamers and non-streamers are, well, pretty much anybody is welcome on the team. So, but that's it. As we're gonna go ahead and end our um, our Pega video. So thank you very much for watching, and ending the video now.